Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to another edition of Ellen News Update, March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Well, Eileen, how's your week been so far?
It's kind of iffy, but I'm still here.
Oh, that's good. Now we got a certain someone who did Ellen News Update. He was a former co-anchor of Ellen News Update and a former co-anchor of Ellen VS News Update and Mid-Michigan Update. And also, he's the former vice president of Erik of Late Night Productions. Samuel J. McLennan is now filling in as our live reporter. He's filling in some big shoes to fill for me and of course Mr. B and Mr. A, and of course Jeremy Butterfield, who plays Mr. A. So and he says he got a really great live reporter scene ahead. So do you have any predictions you want to put out, Eileen?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then let's see today's top headline.
Not really.
Okay. Well, then let's see today's top headline. Today's top headline. It's better than the news, folks, and here it is. Hundreds killed in the tsunami after the 8.9 earthquake that hit Japan. Of course, Hawaii and the West Coast got less brunt of the damage of the quake. Unfortunately, Japan wasn't entirely wasn't that lucky. But you know, those kinds of places, you know, are nice to visit, but not to live there. I mean, you know, I just can't understand why, you know, people will want to live near volcanoes, where there's earthquakes, threat of hurricanes, and all those bad stuff that usually happens in the coast. You're mainly lucky to not get all that stuff if you live in the interior of the continent. But you know, I guess some people just like the warm weather, and it's the penalty that you have to pay, I suppose. But I don't know. What's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, I guess, yeah, people may like those areas also because, you know, there's like, they do stuff like film there and stuff, and I guess without, you know, it'd be kind of strange to not have people there when everyone, you know, it's, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would agree with that. Well, let's move on to this week's top 4 headlines, shall we? Let's move on to this week's top 4 headlines, shall we? This week's top 4 headlines. Number 1. Eliminating the $1 bill could save billions. You know, I've read into this story, and people say it's going to take for a transition over 4 years to, I guess, phase out the dollar bills with coins. You know, there's already dollar coins out there, you know, and there's some machines that accept $1 coins already. But, you know, if I don't really see there be a transition. If you want to save the money, I guess, if it's too expensive to keep printing bills, just stop printing bills and just make more dollar coins. There shouldn't be any transition that I could figure out, to me it would make sense. But, eliminating the dollar bill, the dollar bill is widely, I guess, accepted almost everywhere. It's the most popular piece of federal note of the United States. I don't know if they should really interchange it with a coin, but I don't know. What's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, my take is that maybe this will be a good thing, but at the same time, it could be a bad thing too, because it could easily, they'd have to make like bigger wallets, because the coins would probably be fairly big.
Right. And of course, people would say, well, let's just go to plastic credit cards. Well, one thing now is, credit cards, I'm not a huge fan, especially of all the trouble with people with debt because of credit cards. And plus, now hackers can somehow just magically, I guess, even if your credit card's in your wallet, they can take the information somehow and and make transactions, even if your card's safely in your wallet. So technology has gotten, well, advanced, yes, but it just comes to a point where, well, maybe we should stop and maybe just, I guess what I'm trying to say is, go into the old philosophy. If something's not broken, why fix it? Yeah, maybe something's better, but yet something older might be more reliable instead of something that's new and buggy. And history has shown with the new technology, things have gone haywire and everything. So I don't know. Do you have any more comments on that, Eileen?
No.
Okay. Alright, then let's go on to number 2. Seth Green digitally and sonically erased from the Mars Needs Moms animation movie. So, don't worry folks, Seth Green is still among us. He's not, he didn't get erased from existence. If people actually took that literally. I don't know who would. But no, he's been digitally and sonically erased from the animation part of the Mars Needs for Moms. According, when I read into the story, the producers liked his performance. However, they felt that his voice was too mature for the lead character, who's a kid. So they erased his voice, but kept his performance. And the only reason how they capture his performance is because Seth Green, for 6 weeks, was in this very tight suit that captured his every motion that he makes, and it gets saved digitally and then put into animation. So, and this is a very state-of-the-art, animation process. So 6 weeks a week goes bye-bye, and then bring in another kid to dub over the lead character's voice in the Mars Need Moms movie. Now, Seth is still promoting the movie, and also, they couldn't erase Seth's voice for the promotion part, but when it does come out into theaters and stuff, it won't be Seth's voice in the film. What's your take on that, Eileen?
Well, in some ways it's wrong of them, but in some ways completely understandable.
Yeah. You know, they should have, when they got Seth Green to come do this part, they should have thought of this beforehand. But, that's like waste of money. I would figure for them having to, erase and then bring in someone else to, dub over the animation. It just seems like it would seem like almost a total waste of time, but and a waste of money and resources. But I don't know. Do you have any more closing comments on that, Eileen?
Not really.
Alright. Then we'll move on to number 3. Off target. Lady Gaga splits from the chain after anti-gay controversy. I'm sorry, folks. For some reason, I just can't say it for some reason. And besides, I've been having some trouble speaking tonight anyway, so I guess that's the way it rolls, I suppose. But I read more into the story and what the deal is. Target's been, I guess, in the spotlight that it supports and sends money supporting groups that oppose gay people. And Lady Gaga wants to promote her new album with Target to try and make Target, amend and reconnect Target with the gay community. But even with that, even with that going on, Target was still, for some odd reason, just, still supporting people who were opposed to gay marriage. So Lady Gaga said, you know what, I'm canceling this deal, I'm moving out. You guys are still you guys are not gonna fix your ways. I'm gonna cut ties with you and move on elsewhere, which, that's a good move, I suppose. I mean, if I don't know, what's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, I'd have to take Lady Gaga's side, because even though, the whole gay thing, or whatever it is, can be strange, the people who choose that still deserve to be loved.
Yes.
They deserve it almost as much as we do.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with Lady Gaga splitting ties with Target. But, I have more of, a Star Trek philosophy. I'm open-minded, and, work to better ourselves. But, and I support gays, but, and I don't really see anything wrong. It's just human nature, But, there's just some people who just finds it offensive, I guess, It's well, it's always been human nature to fear what they don't understand, so, it's, well, too bad for Target, but, that's not going to help their sales any much. What do you think, Eileen? Okay, well, I guess we'll just go on to our last headline for today. Honest trespasser calls 911. I remember this story. The guy broke in to take a shower, and when he hears the owners come home, he locked himself in the bathroom and calls 911 for the possible for the fear that they might have a gun or something. You know, how lame and dumb can this criminal be? And there was a video, and I saw the video, and the two news anchors that were reporting on the story said they compared this dumb criminal to the criminals on Home Alone, and this dumb criminal makes them look better. What's your take on it, Eileen?
That's funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not supposed to. If you're going to turn yourself in by doing that, you're not meant to be a criminal.
No. And besides, you know, why can't the guy just go swim in a lake or something, you know, or use a hose or go to a public area? I'm not sure, like, depending where this was, I forget where. But if he was like in California, they have public beaches, you know. And I'm sure they have public showers. I'm sure there would be other areas where this guy could take a shower without having, you know, to break in somebody's house to take a shower. But I don't know. Do you have any more closing comments, Eileen?
This guy must be homeless.
Yeah, I guess so. But, well, times are rough out there. But anyways, what can you do? But anyways, what can you do? Okay, well, that concludes for the headlines segment of Villain News Update, March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube Edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Right after this, you'll see our 5-minute... Sorry, folks. After this, you'll see our 5-minute break. And after our 5-minute break, we'll be right back with our live reporter, Mr. McLennan. Hello, YouTube viewers. It's me, Erik Olson. I hope you're enjoying this edition of Villain News Update, YouTube Edition. Right after this, you'll see some new links to some official Facebook pages of Erik McLennan Productions and working a late night shift. Unfortunately, the others I don't have links yet because there's not enough people liking the page to where I can have links. There's a minimum like 25. It used to be just like followers, and now it's just, well, now it's likes. So for Facebook, I don't know why. But, anywho, now you guys' question might be, well, Erik, how come you're making this when you already put one up of episode 3? Well, that's a good question. I use Windows Movie Maker like I am right now, shooting this video for the 5-minute break. Mainly because Windows Live Movie Maker I knew under the time I had to make a video a lot faster than what Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 would make a video. Because if I did Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 after I split up all the audio for the slides, because I do have to split them up, it would just mean, well, it would have been another day before I could post episode 3 up. So I wanted to have episode 3 up as soon as possible, so I made what I did. If you guys like that, you know, I can do it again for episode 4, which has already been recorded. Now, of course, episodes 4 video thing like this will be will be shot at the will be shot later tonight, which is today is, I believe, Saturday, March 19th, and it's 2:42 Eastern Daylight Time right now. So yeah, yep. So so hopefully this video will be on tomorrow, and on YouTube. I'll still keep the other one up just in case if you YouTube viewers like the other one. Because if you guys like the other one, I could easily just do that instead. It's no sweat off me to, do it. So if you guys like that, then I'll just do that. But the one thing though I think I will do, so because I kind of like the credits thing. So what I might do is when I record the video from Microsoft PowerPoint video for episode 3 and 4, I'll put credits at the end, but there won't be PowerPoint. There will be from Windows Movie Maker. So, which will take up. Excuse me. Oh, well, I'm out of time. So, catch me later. Okay? Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome back from our 5-minute break. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Well, Eileen, wasn't that the most eventful 5-minute break that we ever had?
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. Well, we don't have a special guest tonight, so here we go. Here's our live reporter. We don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere. Mr. McLennan, Mr. McLennan, how are things in wherever you're at reporting from? Where? Mr. McLennan, how are things in wherever you're at reporting from? I see. Can you describe where you at the moment? I see. How's the weather? you see it? What do you see? I see. What's your backup plan of what is your backup plan of getting out of there? Are you sure that is wise? Ah, I see. Well, we seem to have lost our co-anchor at the moment. So, we'll come back we'll be right back with you and check in later. Okay? Okay? Okay, we're back, everybody. And we got our co-anchor back as well. So, Eileen, what do you thought of that live reporter scene so far?
He's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was gonna be using a surfboard, and I guess surf to Hawaii when the wave came in. What do you think of that?
Well, if I saw you surfing on the waves that came in, and I saw you get hurt, I'd be laughing my ass off. Because, yeah, you don't surf on those high waves. Yeah, if you're smart, you'd know that.
Yeah, I would agree too. Well, let's go check.
Laugh at the dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, let's check back on our wonderful live reporter who's reporting on the tsunami. Oh, Mr. McLennan, how's the tsunami update going? Oh, Mr. McLennan, how's the tsunami update going? Come in, Mr. McLennan. Are you there, sir? Are you there, Mr. McLennan?
I think he died in the wave. Oh.
Ah, I see. So, how is the tsunami coming? I see. Are those pitchforks and torches I see in the background?
If you're talking about those guys with the weird voodoo masks, then yeah, those are the people.
Ah, yeah, they do look pretty angry. I'm sure you didn't do something that caused that kind of hostility. Why do they look so hungry?
Good question. I think I better go.
Yes. Okay. Be safe and come back in one piece. Well, all in one piece. That is. Yeah. Okay. Well, talk to you later. Okay, well. Okay, well. Okay, well, hopefully our life reporter will survive to get off the island. So Eileen, what do you think of that last life reporter scene?
I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Do you think he'll survive?
Maybe. if he's talented and smart enough.
Right. Well, let's just hope he doesn't get eaten. And hopefully he makes it back, all in one piece and stuff. So, well, that concludes this edition of Ellen News Update. March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube Edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
And we'll be back this coming Friday. Catch you guys later.